What's going on, guys? It's Coder back at it again with another PUBG video, and today I'm gonna be just doing something a little different. I'm gonna be rewatch one of my gameplays and reviewing myself. I thought it'd be a pretty cool idea to do. So I'm gonna be kind of just critiquing my mistakes. I did win, but of course, I did make some mistakes. Even when you do win, you do mess up a little bit. So, and I'm also gonna be critiquing other people's mistakes. And I'm gonna be giving them, I'll also be, I guess giving props to some of the players that I ended up taking out for things that they tried to do. Like this guy, something that what he did wrong is he went and he stood out in the middle of this hill and sat down in that bush. Now that's not a bad thing to do, but make sure you're looking around at your surroundings, especially down towards them buildings. Just make sure no one saw you, because just like that situation right there, I mean, I didn't really know exactly where his head was, but just by taking not necessarily a guess, but just knowing the hitbox and the height of a character in PUBG, a player, and where the head would be at if they were prone to crouched or standing up or whatever. I had a pretty good general idea of where his head would be to take him out easily, and even if I didn't hit his head, I would have at least hit him in the upper chest, switched to the M4, and laid him out that way. Now here, two guys got into a gunfight. One of them ends up getting killed by an M16. They didn't do anything wrong here. Just normal gunfight. No, but what thing that he did do wrong here is he laid down prone and looted the body. Never go prone while looting a body. It's just not a good idea. Not unless you're getting shot at or something. Like say if you and your friends are shooting some dude in a separate house, and your friend dies. Yeah, loot the body if you need to. Get some ammo off him or whatever. Now what just happened here? But no, actually, real quick before I get to that point, just don't go prone and loot in the middle of a field. Even hell, even they weren't even in the middle of the field. But it's not safe, because if you do start to get shot at, it takes too long to get back up. That's why you approach. I mean, excuse me. That's why you crouch or stand up and loot. Now this guy, I laid him out right after laying the other dude out. Why, you ask? Well, I'm actually kind of surprised, because I didn't think he saw me. This dude that I just finished looting, I didn't know that he saw me, because I was up the hill pretty decent height. So I was pretty far away from him, so I didn't think he actually saw me. So I aimed in, waiting to see if he was gonna be closing that door or not. But no, he peeked it, and without knowing what I had, he played aggressive and lost because of it. Now you should play aggressively, but you need to pick and choose your battles. Now, I'm not saying, go in guns blazing all the time, and I'm not saying to sit in a corner for the whole entire game. I mean, but, you can do whatever you want, because, it's your game. You can play however you want to play. But just some things are just not smart to do, and what he did right there was one of them. He should have, he knew I was looking that direction, so he should have went to maybe a different house or behind a rock or something and peeked first. Obviously, he had some sort of scope, at least a 3x, at least. Most likely a 4. I don't even remember. I think it was a 4, now that I think about it. From looting his body, I saw it. But, he would have saw that I had a Kar 98. Now, I don't know what guns he had. I think it was an SKS or something like that. But even then, one shot to the head with an SKS does not kill. With a level 2 helmet on. It does not. So if he would have took the time to see what I had first before challenging me to a gunfight, maybe he could have put up a better fight, or at least not died. Something like that. Now, as you see here, or you might have even heard him, someone went into that other building over there that I'm looking at, that I guess the L-shaped building, and I knew someone was in there. Now this is kind of a sticky situation for me, because I didn't really know exactly what to do. I knew that a lot of players were over across the road. I heard so many snipers going off. I heard an AWM and a suppressed M24 over in that direction, and northwest. So I was put in this position where, alright, so there's a dude here. If I run out, he might shoot me in my back, but if I stay here, we're gonna catch each other running out at the same time. So what I decided to do was I sat on the wall, kept a good eye on my blind spots, and waited till the storm pushed him out to where he had to come to me, and I had the upper hand because I knew exactly where he was. Now, like I said, that was a sticky situation because I didn't have a lot of cover, but I kept an eye on my blind points. I had a 6x, so I basically just stood my ground in a situation like that. Now up here, I know that I'm gonna be going up against some people. I know there's at least 3 people off to my right, and I know there's at least 4 people up here on the hill. So I didn't have a lot of boosters this game. I had a decent amount, but I just kept popping them. I just kept popping and popping and popping them. I was at full boost the majority of the game. Now I will apologize at the beginning of the game when I did land in Paradise. Excuse me. I don't have that footage because my Elgato did mess up for some reason because I was streaming and it messed up the footage. But my advice for just dropping into Paradise, just be ready. You know, there's that suppressed in M24 I was talking about. But whenever you're dropping into Paradise or school, boot camp, I don't like boot camp just because it's like, I don't know. It's not because there's a lot of shit going on. It's just, I don't know. I just don't prefer landing there. I think Paradise just looks better. It's more enjoyable to play in. But it just constantly peek your corners. Make sure, if you're playing with a squad, don't be talking a whole lot. Now, here's a guy that almost actually killed me. He got me down to about 5 to 8 health. Because he hit me in the head. He has a suppressed M4, as I heard. So I slowly started to approach him. I didn't want to rush him too hard. Now, once I figured out he wasn't on the top of the hill, like where I am right now, I started to run up there. I saw him, pulled up my car, but I didn't get up the hill fast enough to where he was standing still long enough for me to take a shot. And I could have taken a shot, but I didn't want to risk missing it because he did just move at the last second. So I carefully approached him, took my time, did not rush into it because I didn't really know exactly where it was. I had a general location, but I didn't know for sure. Now there's 4 people left. I see him. He moves over at the last second. He does like a twist, a 180 twist real quick. I was gonna pop him in his helmet, but good thing I didn't. Good thing I shot him in his body because he messed up my helmet pretty bad. Now with him dying, that's 1 player gone. I did end up going out in the storm, as you see here, to get that helmet because that is a life or death situation, and I had the boosters for it, so it wasn't no big deal. I had like 13 first aid kits at one point, and a med kit during this game. It was crazy, crazy game. So I killed one dude, and then down there another guy died. So there's only 3 left. I ended up killing the next 2 people. I see one running over here to the left side. Trying to be quiet just to see if I could hear him at all. But see, the position that I have right now is key. See, you see it? I started to shoot at him, but I was being too reckless, so I just slowed down, took my time, as best as I could without being shot, and took him out. Now see that this advantage that I have right here is key. I have the advantage. I have the cover. I need to get down. Even though I do have high ground, I do need to get down into the safe zone. So I'm using cover, going from the closest spot to the closest spot that has a substantial amount of cover, so in case I start getting shot at, I have somewhere to hide. Now, I think he was over here at these rocks, but I was actually wrong. See, what this last guy does is he sits out in the open, in the grass. He goes prone. Now, as I go and throw a grenade here, he tries to shoot at me, which was a bad call on his part, because I was not standing still. So I see him, pull the car and out, don't even mess around. Shot, pop him in the head, he's done. So, beautiful reel right there. So, yeah, that's all. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I actually had a lot of fun doing this critiquing or reviewing kind of video of my own gameplay. So I plan on doing more in the future, even ones where I fuck up. So thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. It's been Red, and I'm out.